Meet Sarah. 3 years ago, she hung her shingle to build her dream estate planning practice, one that would give her control over her time and the work-life balance she craved. And in many respects, it was working. She'd built her firm, her team, and some systems, and there was plenty of work coming in. But in important ways, things were not going as planned. Yes, Sarah had more control over her schedule, but it felt like she was working more than ever. Client tasks scattered across tools, constant interruptions, and that sinking feeling of always being behind or something falling through the cracks. 60-hour weeks had become routine. Late nights keeping up with client work, weekends trying to stay organized. She was juggling her caseload, managing her team, and minding the business. Instead of control, she'd found chaos. By the time Sarah got home each night, she was emotionally and physically drained. Often her kids had already eaten and were ready for bed. Her relationship with her spouse was becoming transactional. The family moments she dreamed of protecting were quietly slipping away. On one typical Tuesday, a late call from a frustrated client meant yet another pizza night at home. As Sarah collapsed on the couch and pulled out her phone to order, she smiled to herself as her kids shouted out their favorite toppings. And that's when something unexpected caught her attention. Once she tapped the buy button on her phone, the app showed exactly where her order stood. Building your pizza, in the oven, out for delivery. The stages were simple, clear, reassuring. And that's when it hit her. If a pizza company could give her complete visibility into a $30 order, why couldn't she create the same clarity for her six-figure estate planning practice? What if she could see exactly where every case stood at any moment? The next morning, Sarah grabbed a pad of sticky notes and cleared space on her office wall. She created headings for each phase of her process: intake, strategy, drafting. And then she wrote each client's name on a sticky note and placed it in the proper section. As she stepped back to take in her work, she felt a wave of relief. She could actually see her entire practice at a glance. The sticky system worked, but Sarah needed something more robust. That's when she discovered Greenline, a workflow management system built specifically for legal teams. Her Post-it wall transformed into a powerful digital workspace that supported her entire practice. Sarah finally had what she'd always craved: complete visibility. With every matter represented at its proper place in the workflow, she could spot bottlenecks before they became problems, track her team's capacity in real time, and ensure nothing fell through the cracks. With her cases organized and their workflow visible, administrative overhead started to melt away. Clients were getting proactive status updates, matter status meetings were cut in half. Everyone spent less time keeping track of work and more time actually doing it. The constant friction that was exhausting her was gone. Her transformation went beyond the office. Sarah started leaving work at reasonable hours, not because everything was done, but because her brain could relax knowing exactly where things stood. That meant she could finally be fully present outside of work. No laptop, no guilt, no anxiety about what she should be doing instead. Weeknight takeout became a luxury, not a need. Sarah was cooking dinner with her family again, engaged in homework help and bedtime stories, having deep conversations with her spouse. She'd finally achieved the balance she'd envisioned when she first hung that shingle. Her law firm benefited too. With clear accountability and easier coordination, Sarah's practice became more productive and more profitable. Cases progressed more smoothly and predictably, client satisfaction improved, and revenue grew, all without having to make diving catches to keep things on track. Sarah discovered what we call the green zone, that sweet spot where your practice feels busy without burnout. Enough work to generate cash flow and build the business, but not so much that you're buried. Just the right amount of profitable, sustainable activity. Today, Sarah's office tells a different story. The same desk, the same practice, but completely transformed. Organized workflows, a proactive team, and visible progress. Family photos she can actually see. She'd built the practice she always wanted, one that serves her life, not the other way around. If that first part of Sarah's story sounds familiar, you're not alone, and there is a better way. Legal professionals across the globe have discovered the path from chaos to clarity starts with visibility. Ready to find your green zone? Visit greenline.legal to see how visual workflow management can transform your law practice too.